Hey, I'm Nathan King, and I am introducing you to Danger in Hebron. It's David's Mighty Men novel, and it is an adventure novel, and it is a pick your path novel, meaning that you actually get to choose the outcome and the direction that the story takes. So every once in a while inside the story, it'll bring you to places where you can choose a direction. You have a choice that you can make, and you can say, well, I want to go this way or that way. And as you're going through, you may also come into some places where you have battles. And so for that reason, we decided to make this film to kind of give an idea of how these battles operate, and maybe you'd have a chance to see how it's kind of played out. So Danger in Hebron is David's Mighty Men, Danger in Hebron. Here we go. So I've set up this battle here, and the game actually comes with some more cards. There's another character. I have 4 of them out here right now. There's actually 4 or 5 that come in the set, as well as a card that's some of your allies, your warrior allies, a few more weapons that are available, and then a few more enemies that might enter the story at some point. Also, we have Goliath's sword. It's a special item that only shows up at a certain point in the game if you reach that point in the story. And so it's kind of a special item. You're not allowed to start the game with that. But there's more cards. Also, there's plenty of pieces that come with it. We have 4 dice. We have lots of red counters, 24 to be exact, and there's also 16 black counters, and we'll talk about those a little bit later. Those red counters are used to indicate when you've taken wounds, when you're hurt in battle. And so we have our 4 people here. We have Elika, he's got a spear, and we have Gareb the Ithrite, he's got a spear also. We have Ira, the son of Ikish, with a dagger, and then we also have Bani the Gadite, and he's got a sword. And I put a sword on Bani because I want to show something very specific that you can use as a strategy in this game. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our dice out here. When you're playing your game, you always have a attack value right here. That tells you how many dice to use. So when you have a weapon, you have your regular attack value here of 1, plus you add 1 for your spear, okay? You'll notice that all of them have the same attack value except for Bani. He's got an extra 1, so he's more powerful. He's more capable as a warrior. Enemies don't have weapons, and so they just have their straight value. It's important to understand here that the Philistine warriors, that they are actually a squad. It's not just one person, but they also have an Anakim with them, a guy kind of like Goliath, and so and he is by himself, but he's very, very powerful. So we're gonna get our dice out and get ready to play this battle out. As you're playing the battle, generally speaking, the heroes, that is the people, the characters that are played out by the readers of the book, the readers of the story, those are your heroes. They generally go first. Now that won't always be the case, because sometimes in the book it tells you that the Philistines attack first or whatever. But in our little scenario here, we're going to say that we've come into this battle and we're going to play it out. And so I know that Elika has a 1 for attack and a 1 for his spear. So he's going to go ahead and attack the Philistine warriors. You can choose which opponent you want to attack. And so Elika is going to attack the Philistine warriors. I'm going to roll those dice. And I got a 5 and a 2. I compare the values that were rolled on each individual dice to the defense value on whoever I'm attacking. So a 5 is a 4 or better. It is a 4 or better, and so that counts as 1 hit. I'll put 1 hit on there. A 2 clearly is not a hit. It was less than 4, so that's not a hit. So Elika got one damage against the Philistine warriors. Gareb is going to attack, and he got a 4 and a 2. The 4 is obviously a 4 or better, so he's going to do 1 damage there. Okay, he's got 2 damage against the Philistine now, but the 2 is going to miss. Then we have Ira, the son of Ikish. He's going to attack. He's got 2 dice. Oh man, he did a good job. He hit twice. Okay, and he's going to do 2 damage to the Philistine warriors. Okay, a 4 and then a 6. Obviously, both of those. The Philistine warrior can take a total of 6 hits, and we're down to Bani the Gadite. And I'm going to show you what Bani the Gadite can do, especially with a sword. Now, Bani is different than the others because he has a higher defense value. People have to roll higher. The enemy has to roll higher to damage him. And so Bani is going to generally be someone that can take more hits. He can take more damage. He can take 4 as opposed to 3. And he also can deal out more damage as well. Well, I put a sword on Banny because the sword has a special ability. It says you may gain +1 to your defense for this turn if you do not attack this turn. So if I wanted to, I could say, well, Banny's not going to attack this turn. He's just going to defend, and then that'll make his defense a 6, which is really hard for the enemy to hit. And I could do that to defend the rest of my friends. I could have the enemies all attack him, because you get to choose where the enemies attack. But because I'm so close to beating those Philistine warriors, I think I'm going to take a chance, and I'm going to have Banny attack the Philistine warriors. So let's go ahead and attack. And I got 2 4s, which is enough right there. 2 more hits. That's going to make it to 6 hits. Okay, that's enough to defeat the Philistine warriors and take them out of the battle. Okay, so I'm going to turn them over just for our play here. Now, all my warriors have attacked. The Anakim warrior is the only one that's left, but it's now his turn. Okay, if the Philistines were still in play, they'd be able to attack. But he's going to attack, and I'm the player. Since I'm the player, I get to choose who he attacks. Well, Banny's got more defense than anybody else. He also has more hits. I'm going to let the Anakim attack Banny. So let's go ahead and roll for the warrior, the Anakim. Now it says 5 dice. I only have 4, so I'm going to roll 4 and then add 1 more. Here we go. Looks like Banny got hit once. The 6 against his 5. I hit once. Okay, I'm going to roll 1 more time. Uh-oh, there's another 5. Okay, so Banny's going to take 2 hits. He can take 4 before he's defeated, but he's still alive and kicking, so we're good to go. Now I can attack again and go against the Anakim warrior. I'm going to tell you about one more rule here before we go much farther, because now that I have a guy that's wounded, I might want to try to really take this guy out quickly. There's another rule called strain. I'm allowed to add 1 more attack dice if I voluntarily take a wound on whoever is attacking. So if Alika wants to do some strain, he can voluntarily take a hit on his own. So I put a damage on him. Alika's going to voluntarily take a hit, and I'm going to use, instead of having 2 attacks, I'm going to have 3. And so Alika's going to attack the Anakim warrior. Okay, here we go. I hit him, not at all. I got a 4, a 2, and a 1. No hits against the Anakim warrior. Gareb is also going to strain. He's going to take a strain to try to do that as well. Okay, nothing. My boys are not doing well in this second part of the battle. Now, Ira, the son of Ikish, he's also going to take a strain. And notice I'm only doing 1 strain per person. You can only do 1 strain per turn. You can't strain more than that. So Ira is going to attack the Anakim as well with his 3. And he's finally going to get 1 hit on the Anakim warrior. That 5 is enough. 3 and 4 are going to miss. Banny has a choice now. He's going to go ahead and use his sword. He's going to defend this round. So he's not going to attack this round. He's going to defend. And in so doing, he's going to make it harder for the Anakim to damage him. Now, he only has 2 hits left. I realize that. But I want to take the advantage here of the 6 in defense that Banny was going to give me with his sword. And we're going to try to survive. So now that it's the Anakim warrior's turn, he's going to attack. And I'm going to use him against Banny. I'm going to make him attack Banny. And he has to get 6s to hit. Okay, nothing. And I got 1 more. Nothing. Okay, Banny was able to hold off the Anakim warrior. Now the rest of my guys are really interested in taking the Anakim out before he hurts Banny. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and strain again. So here we go. Alika the Hardite, he's going to strain again. He's only got 1 hit left. This is dangerous. Okay, he's going to take a hit. Okay. Now Gareb the Ithrite, he's going to go ahead and strain as well. He'll take another damage. You can't see it on here because it didn't go on there very well, but I actually rolled a 6. I'm not cheating, I promise. So he does a damage right here, but a 2 and a 1 are going to miss. Ira, the son of Ikish, is also going to strain. There we go. He's going to damage 1. All right, and now Banny, the Gadite, he has a decision. I have 4 damage on this Anakim warrior. 4 damage on him, and he can take 7. Okay, I don't think that Banny can take out the Anakim warrior this round. I'd have to do 3 damage, and that's a tall order. So I'm going to go ahead and defend again and have the Anakim attack Banny at a 6 as opposed to a 5. So I'm going to use his sword ability to do that, his special ability with his sword. Okay, nothing for the Anakim. Ah, he did get 1 hit against Banny. Banny's got 1 hit left. He's still around. Okay, now I can't do any more strain because my warriors have only 3 hits that they can take. So I could take strain, but then they would be defeated immediately after they attack. So I am allowed to strain, I suppose, if you want to do that, but it's quite a risk. So Alika is going to attack. He does 1 damage. Takes that guy to 5. Gareb the Ithrite misses. Ira, the son of Ikish, 1 hit. So now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's almost got him. I'm gonna take a risk here, and I'm gonna use Banny to attack this last time. And I got 2 hits. Banny more than did the damage that I need to do to defeat the Anakim, so he's defeated. And we just won this battle. Now, if I had lost one of my warriors here, I could still continue with the battle. And as long as one of my warriors survived, all of my warriors would survive. Let's say that Alika had died, he'd taken 3 damage, and he'd been defeated. All right. Well, let's say that we then won the battle, and Alika comes back. He would have 3 damage on him, but in order to make sure that he's able to, operate, I take 1 off. As long as you survive the battle, you get to take 1 damage off. If you've been defeated, everyone else stays exactly the same. They don't get to heal any more damage. So that's how a battle is played out in David's Mighty Men. There are places in the book where you can gain more fighting prowess, more ability, and that's where you put these black ones on there. So instead of Alika having a 1, he's now got a 2, and so he's more powerful. So now he'd have 3 dice total. And of course, if I put another one of these on Banny's defense, he'd have a 6 automatically. And so I wouldn't even have to use the sword's ability. He can continue to attack and still have a 6. That's really powerful. And so you can kind of choose what areas they increase in as the book goes on. The book will tell you when to do that. The book will also tell you when to heal, when you get to remove these damage tokens from your characters and continue on. So we hope you enjoy David's Mighty Men, Danger in Hebron. And if you have any questions or if you'd like to connect with us at all, please go to our website at www.biblequest.webs.com. Thanks so much for watching.